As we begin to get into the season of summer, I myself have been vouching for a LOBA swimsuit skin, as I am a big LOBA simp. And so I'm hoping that with some kind of summer event, maybe they will release one, but one can only hope. So in order to try and manifest that, here's a bunch of different skin concepts for LOBA that I found via a quick Google search. These are some various swimsuit skin concepts that a number of artists have created, and I'm sure I can credit them. We're gonna be going through them. Here's some different aspects that we're gonna be rating the swimsuit skin on. First off is, of course, appearance, all right? That's the main thing we're looking at here. I feel like that's pretty obvious. I mean, just looking at these, I'm very excited. The next thing, plausibility. How likely is this to actually be implemented into the game? Third factor that we're considering is the physics. How the skin will interact with like the physics of the game. All right, so here's the first one. It's a two-piece. We got like the stripes going up here. I don't even know what this design is. I can't, what does that even read? Sports gear is what it says? Okay, it says sports gear. I guess it's supposed to be like a sporty one. It's showing off the assets, which we love. All about the assets. It's very interesting. It's not just red. It actually has like little stripes here, which is very cool. I think it fits with her character as well. Like, I like the more red ones, I feel like, because they're more like her style, her theme. So if this was actually how it appeared in the game, I'd be down, you know? Would the devs allow this though? There's multiple mirror angles we have here. So we have like this one to the side where you can kind of see the side. So in game, keep in mind, you can turn the model of the character. So, you know, this backside is okay. Maybe a little too much. If you turn it to the side, that might be a little too much. Maybe not implemented in the game, you know, devs might be a little monka-esque at putting this in the game. As far as the actual physics of it, I also think it would be very bad. Because if we look at the freaking the backside, it would just get caught in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bottom piece would just get caught while she's running. I mean, I think that's the only thing that I would be concerned about. Maybe a little much. So we're gonna have to put this at like a B tier. Solid appearance at first glance, but overall, I feel like this would never happen. This would be hard to make happen in game, and also there's just no way they would allow it to happen. Moving on, as far as the appearance, right? I'm personally not a fan of the polka dot. I feel like it's either one, very distracting, two, just it looks ridiculous. Would the devs put this in? Would this be a skin that the devs would not monka-esque at? Honestly, this could be doable. It really depends what the back angle looks like. It's like really hard to tell, but I think just based off of this concept, they may be able to like make this work. So I think this is definitely doable. As far as the physics, I can't even tell if this is really like close to the model. I mean, it definitely is a render. The strings I think add like an extra animation to it. So I think that would be more difficult to do. I haven't done enough research in actual game physics to figure this stuff out, but I feel like the strings would add a whole different dimension of animation to it. So I feel like that'd be very difficult to pull off. So we're gonna put this at C tier, I believe. I don't like the appearance of it. I think it would be difficult to implement the game physics with that skin. We have like I'm trying to even tell what's going on here. It's like straps on the shoulder. I mean, I know that's how a bikini works, but like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the other ones were kind of different, right? It feels like more to the edge of the shoulder. It almost feels like a strapless top, and then it's not. Like, they're just kind of there. And then this one is a little too much at the bottom. Appearance, I mean, I like it. I don't know if the general Apex population would like it. I do like the fact that it shows off this tattoo. I don't even know if that's an actual tattoo that she has, or if that's just like, the artist was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just put that in here just to make it pop more. It definitely looks good. Now, would the devs add this? Absolutely not. I feel like the bottom's too revealing. I feel like the top could be abused as far as the angles, you know? Definitely probably not allowed in the game. However, the physics, easy. It's literally the straps mold so well to the model that you would barely have to do anything. You just put the design and you're chilling. I feel like this would not be hard to do. I do know it would be very monka-esque. So we're gonna put this, let's put this at like A tier, I think. It's just such a good one, but it's not to the point where the devs would put it in. Next one. So this is just like I feel like this is just like a plain red one. It's very hard to tell because the resolution's like really bad. I feel like this one is straight up red. It looks very loose, and I'm trying to see if these are like strings or if it's like just like the horrible graphics. I can't even tell, honestly. I feel like these are strings, but they're not tied. They don't look tied. They just look like I mean, they're probably tied in the back, right? Definitely on the low end of appearance. I feel like the red with what looks like orange is kind of a weird mix. It could just be the lighting and the resolution again, but like, I don't know, not a fan. Would the devs put it in the game? Probably not. I feel like it's a little bit too revealing maybe, but again, I can't even tell specifically what's going on here. And then again, with the straps, could be tough to implement as well. So this one's gonna have to be a D tier, specifically because of the resolution as well, because I can't freaking tell what's going on. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next one. So this is gonna be the first one piece on the list here. First glance, looks good. It really feels like she's a freaking lifeguard on like a public beach. That's what it feels like to me. Would the devs put this in? Probably not, unless the bottom was a little bit wider maybe, or just like the whole thing. It really feels like it's just like an apron that she just threw on. So maybe not the best. Physics wise, it definitely like fits to her, and there's no like strings or anything. There's no craziness going on. Definitely doable. I think we're gonna put this at like a, definitely not A. We're gonna put this at the B tier. I'd be a fan if this was added. Definitely would be a little weird because you would look like a lifeguard everywhere, but you know, definitely better than some of the other ones on here for sure. I don't know who actually made it because there's no watermark or anything. This looks like it was scrubbed, to be honest. Looks like there was a watermark here and they just scrubbed it. That's really unfortunate. So this one is more of like, it's less of a render and more of an actual art. So it's kind of hard to tell how this would look in the actual game. It feels like a two-piece, but it's actually a one-piece because I think it like connects in the back and kind of like crosses in the back. You have this that like wraps around the neck and then crosses over. Appearance definitely looks good. I'm a fan. I would love to see it on the actual render. I feel like would be solid for LOBA. Might need to make the straps here bigger because like, I mean, LOBA is not lacking. I would say somewhere in like A tier, B tier for appearance. Let's see, would devs put this in? Honestly, again, if the straps were bigger, I feel like it could be doable, but it's really hard to tell with the art. And then with the actual physics of it, I mean, not too much going on here, right? Like maybe the 3 straps here, maybe the parts of the neck would be tough to animate, right? As long as there's nothing too crazy going on down here, we're good. A little tough, but like doable. I feel like this is the only one that I've been like, huh, all 3 of them kind of check boxes. So, you know what? We're going to put this at S tier. Maybe we'll bump it down later if we feel like it, but for right now, it's going in S tier. Oh, this is so much better res. Wait, hold up. That's so much better than what we were looking at before. I would get this for sure. 100% I would spend money on this skin. That's going to be S tier for me, I feel like. Next one. This is a 2-piece, but it has like the tassels, right? How do I describe this? It's kind of like a little like, I don't know swimsuit terms. It's like a little skirt on the top here. And then you have the straps connecting the front and back here on the bottom. Holy, there's so much to dive in here. We also have, this one was designed with like her not having the braids and just having her hair out, which is interesting. Am I a fan of it though? I kind of like the double braids. Yeah, I like the look of this a lot. I feel like the coloration of the swimsuit skin is a little weird. Maybe it's just the lighting, but it almost doesn't feel like a pink swimsuit. I kind of like it. I think it's pretty good. Would a dev allow this? I feel like they definitely would, to be honest, because I feel like it covers a lot. And I think it'd be interesting too to have the hair out. I think that'd be interesting to the devs. That's like an alternative, like, oh, hey, that's a new way to like show LOBA. Because we've seen her with the braids and then we've seen her without the braids, right? But not with her hair fully out. Like she'll have it, I'm trying to remember, but I feel like there's a couple skins where she just kind of has it tucked in like a hat or something. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a skin with her hair fully out like this. However, holy frick, the physics of this skin. We're talking about every single hair having to be animated. This tassel skirt thing moving every time she walks. I think that's about it, but like that would be so much to animate that I think it would be very tough to implement those physics into the game where it would actually look good. So for this one, I'm gonna say A tier. Yeah, I'm gonna say A tier because I feel like it definitely could be implemented, but only if the devs were willing to put in that much work to like make the physics of the skin like work well with the game. This one is a little much. We got a 1-piece here that's revealing, I don't even know what it looks like in the front, but definitely a lot in the back for sure. It almost looks like an undershirt that was like cut apart to be a swimsuit. Like this almost looks like a wife beater. That's what it feels like for sure. So I'm not typically a fan of these. Like if it was just like plain white, that'd be fine. It has like the creases in the swimsuit where it literally looks like a freaking tank top that was made into a swimsuit. Is this just one braid? She normally has two coming out of each side. So this one just has the single braid, which is very cool. That's such a cool variation of a skin for her. Not gonna cap. I hate the swimsuit, but I'm a big fan of the hair. Dude, that would be so lit if it was just one braid. I've never seen Loba as just with just one braid. Would the devs allow this? Probably not. Too much going on in the back. It looks like the front is maybe a little bit too much as well. I can't even tell though from this angle. Physics of it, I mean, it would be interesting. They'd have to like try and figure out how to go from two braids to one. I feel like that would be maybe not as hard. Definitely doable. So I'm thinking like C tier here. Yeah, I'm thinking like C tier for this one. I feel like it's above the polka dot. I like it a little bit more than the polka dot. This one's gonna be another art, I believe. We have a blue one piece here. This one, I mean, so again, it's an art, so it's really hard to tell like what it's gonna look like in game, but already from this side angle, like it may be a little bit too revealing. I like it a lot. I think it looks really good. The blue and the red can be an interesting combo here. I think it's really cool. This would be a little bit manga-esque with how revealing this is on the sides. Maybe if it were to be like a little bit less of a v-neck here, maybe the devs would allow it. Not sure though. And then physics of this, right? The whole thing would be fine if it wasn't for this right here where it ties, right? You have like the strings that are just kind of dangling here. So you would need to add in like the animation for these while she's like moving around in the game. No extra animation for like her hair or anything. Yeah, that would be a little bit tough, I feel like. This one, probably gonna have to be like B tier, but definitely a very high B tier. I like it a lot, personally. Final one, appearance. I don't know how I feel about the gray and the yellow. Like, it's definitely interesting. I just don't know that I'm a big fan of it, but it's cool. The style of it, for sure, huge fan. I just don't know that the coloring is like ideal. Not really vibing with it. So kind of on the low end for me. Would devs approve of this? Probably. It wouldn't be too revealing if we're at a side angle. I feel like it'd be fine. I feel like this was definitely made with like the actual model of Loba. I feel like it's covering enough to where devs may be fine with this. Yeah, I would say definitely doable. And then as far as like the physics of it, I mean, there's not really much going on. So I feel like that'd be fine. They wouldn't really need to do too much. So this is high up there. It's just the colors that are not vibing with me. So I'm gonna have to say it's gonna go in the A tier. I don't even know what the bottom looks like. It's literally just the top. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it in A tier. I don't know where though. That's gonna conclude the Loba swimsuits tier list. Hope you enjoyed. I feel like I had some decent analysis there, you know, rather than just being down bad the whole time.